Since a person has to wash the face, that means he has to wash all the hair on his face with some details. He needs to wash whatever's on his face. So, and this is for males and females, what we're going to talk about, even though the picture is a picture of a male. Usually a man's going to have more facial hair than a woman. All this hair we're going to talk about except for 5, 6, and 7. The chin hair and the jawbone hair. Except for those, all this hair, all these different hairs, the person has to wash through them down to the skin. Even if it's thick. So if a person had very thick eyebrows, very thick mustache. So number 1, over the upper lip is the mustache. 2, under the lower lip. Some people call it soul patch. It has all kinds of funny names. 3 and 4, from the edges of the mustache down toward the chin. So you see the mustache is over the lip, and then you have 2 hairs that go down towards the chin. 5 is the chin hair, the lihya. 6 and 7, that's the jawbone hair. So there's the hair of the jawbones, the hair that runs along the jawbones, and then the hair on the chin. And usually people consider all of that one thing. But religiously, that's 3 things. But they share the same judgment. These 3 different patches of hair share the same judgment, which is that if they are thick on a man, if they are thick on a man, then he's not obligated to wash through it. It's enough for him to wash over it. And be mindful here and don't say wipe over it. Say wash over it. Washing means to let the water run. If it's thick, that means you can't see the skin through the hair at a conversation distance. Then it's enough for him to wash over it. All the other hairs, you have to wash through them, even if they're thick. Now let's stop here at 10 and 11 really quick, these sideburns. And this is an issue that concerns sisters often. Because women usually, their hair grows longer than men, and their sideburns also would grow longer. Sideburn is what? From the temple to the jawbone. Not along the jawbone, just down. Those 2 sides next to your ear. The sideburns run alongside the ear. If a sister or even a man has long sideburns, like they're flowing sideburns, a lot of times they tend to do what with those? Tuck them behind the ears, right? So they would tuck those sideburns behind their ears, and then they would make wudu and forget to pull those sideburns out. And then the wudu would be invalid for not washing all of the facial hair. Because pulling it back over your ear doesn't make it not from the facial hair anymore. So if a woman doesn't have some sideburns like that, that's fine. Or any person, a male or a female, the judgment isn't restricted to women. But some women who have very long hair, I think they probably tend to have something like that. And some of our sisters in the past, they found this judgment out after having been missing their sideburns for a long time. So sometimes you might want to remind some people about that. So following that rule, let's say a man had one of those villain mustaches that comes out and he can twirl his mustache with his fingers. It's outside of his face. He still has to wash all of that. 12 and 13, over the eyes, the eyebrows. And 14 through 17 are the hairs of the 4 eyelids, the eyelashes. MashaAllah. The scholars have some other talk about maybe some other parts that they consider facial hair or not, but we need to go into that.